Well, hello, Taurus. Hello, hello. Thank you guys so much for coming back to my channel. If you are new, hello, I am Yasmin. If you have not already, please like and subscribe. Taurus, we're going to go ahead and get started with your reading. This is going to be your general. We are going to be using some oracles, of course, and then we're going to get into the tarot. So let's see what's going to come out here for you, Taurus. Let's start with the first card here for Taurus. First card's coming out here for you, Taurus, is what? Oh, wow. Do y'all want me to tell you what that card says? You're like, no, yes, don't start off the reading this way. No. Well, you have to be aware. Here it says, okay, all right. Sharon said, yes, tell us. It says enemy. Now, there's a long paragraph on here. So I don't want you guys to get discouraged because it's about to tell you something you need to know. An enemy does not mean people that can, not always, but this could be someone who is jealous. You know, we're going to go into it. This is what it says. Don't let your guard down. An enemy is present. Sometimes an enemy wears a smile and is dressed in the comforts of a familiar friend or a trusted counterpart. But not all is as it seems. Don't tell secrets you don't want others to spill through gossip. Pay attention to those who are envious of you or who secretly wish on your downfall. Make a power play to protect yourself and don't let people in you do not know or you do not trust. Cleanse your space with hardy smudges. Push out what does not belong. Ask Spirit to show you what you need to see. Use meditation to view the truth of those around you. Now, this is very interesting. I'm so happy that the sun went down because it'd be so horrible when it shines in and I can't see. Okay. We're going to find out what house that is in when it comes down to this whole enemy thing. I'm not really sure who this enemy is, but it just described to you what form it can come in. Okay. There's someone jealous in some kind of way or someone who is trying to sabotage you. Okay. In some way here with enemy. Let's go ahead. Let's keep going. This is going to be for Taurus. Taurus. This is for Taurus. Next card, air, and then you have future. Energy of the mind, the life source or ideas and winds of the mental self are being ignited within you. You are being invited to pay closer attention to your thoughts, your subconscious, your ambitions, and your future. Interesting, because you got future here. It says this is going to be a good thing for you guys, especially if you're stuck in your head about something. Especially if there's something that's not going your way. It says a good thing for you to do is to start journaling. Keep a dream diary for some of you. And it says, and start taking action with things that inspire you. This is also an omen that the influence of an air sign may be present. Now, air sign is what? Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Okay. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius is air. And you guys may know who that is in your life. Here with future. It's time to make solid plans for the future. Your guides and spirits are helping you pay closer attention to your actions. It says you're going to be now reaping the rewards of your actions or the consequences. Okay. I just want to make sure I say that because some people don't understand that reaping what you sow actually can be a consequences of something that you may have done. It says this is also an omen that opportunities for huge changes are now in front of you. You will be at a crossroad of the next set of options that you have, and it will be your choice. Expect to receive. This is very interesting because remember this one here talked about dreams. And this one here talks about dreams and visions. So a lot of you are very psychic, or that's going to be something that's going to happen for you. Obviously something dealing with messages from dreams. Maybe you guys forget it when you wake up. So this is why it says have a dream diary. Okay. But huge, okay, I like that adjective. Huge changes, huge opportunities are going to come in here for you. Really good. Now, your reading was so far a little messy, because this told you something. This right here said in the future something big is going to happen, but you're going to have to be very careful about how you move, because there's an enemy around. There is someone who does not like you. There is someone who is what? Wishing on your downfall. Now, this is not going to be for every Taurus. It is not, because some of you have different rising signs. You are in different places as far as decans, and you have different elements and signs in your chart. So I don't want you to think that every Taurus has an enemy, okay? But a lot of y'all, you got some haters, okay? That's only just those cards. We ain't even really gotten to your reading yet. Let's go ahead. Let's get some cards here for Taurus. Love it. Here it is. Here it is again. Stability. Okay. This has something to do with things that last very long, like relationships that's long lasting. This has something to do with your finances, especially if you've been having financial issues. It says this will be solid. You will feel stable. It is anchored. That's your feelings, that's your emotions, that's your finances, that's your relationship. Okay? You are now at the advantage according to the universe. That means good things are swarming around for you at this point. Okay? This could be Jupiter that's trining or sextiling. You guys are in a really good place cosmically. Okay? Now, you did have this. Secrets. Someone could be pulling on your energy too here with the squirrel. Air, you have air, and that card talks about communication, miscommunication. I didn't mean to say that. I didn't mean to do that. Okay. It's what someone said, is how someone said something. And you start to realize that people who are in your life who do not, follow through on their plans, you're starting to realize that it's only lip service. The squirrel talks about preparing for something, though. Prepare in advance for something. You must prepare for something. Preserve. You even had it here. Preserve. You are Taurus second house. You deal with the tangible things. I think we talked about this before, right? This is about your security. Okay. Do not overspend. Save some things for a rainy day. Okay. I would say make sure, you have candles in your house. If the lights go out, make sure you have cans of food, for emergencies. I feel like this talks about emergency kits and stuff like that. Make sure you guys have that, prepare for anything is what this card is basically saying. And it's coming right up under air. So there could be something that you hear through the radio, in your town, or it could be on the news because that's media, or it could come through friends or family. Okay. Just FYI. But it's also coming under secretive air. Secrets. What someone isn't saying here with the squirrel card. And this could potentially be an ending, or it could have caused an ending. Okay. For you, especially if this has something to do with love relationships. We know with family, not as much. You may stop talking to them, but they're still family. Okay. Friends or lovers could be this whole ending thing that I see here. because of some secrets that are showing in your reading. Let's go ahead. Let's keep going. This is going to be for Taurus. Illumination and broom. Removing unwanted stuff, cleaning something up or out. This is somebody that you know. There's someone around you pretending to be something that they're not. Just due to the fact that we have broom here is letting me know that someone has been trying to hinder you from your success, hindering you from rising above. Now, this happens in relationships. People keep on thinking it's always something else. This happens when you're in a relationship with someone and it's no growth. There's nothing growing. In the universe, it's like I have other opportunities, other people that you can grow with, but staying with a certain person or staying with certain energies can stunt your growth. And so here with broom, it says that it's time for you to purge things out of you, even emotionally, spiritually purging, because you could be your own enemy, truly. Okay. It says you are now restoring harmony in your life here with the broom card. Now, I want to tell you, a lot of you guys are like cleaning stuff out. This is making me feel like, we're not even talking about spring cleaning anymore. I feel like you guys are really starting to organize. You're starting to get very energetic. You're starting to feel more motivated, where now you're starting to like clean things up and straighten things up. Something is motivating you here. I promise you it is. And I'm going to keep pulling because I want to see what that is. But I'm telling you, that's what this is saying. Some of you guys are getting makeovers. You don't necessarily like the way that you look. You don't like the fact that, you have a little pudge, or some of you guys could be getting some type of procedure. So there's about to be, some of you guys could be the mommy makeover or some type of makeover type of thing where you get your hair and nails done, that type of thing. Again, like I said before, you're feeling good about yourself. And if it's not right now, that is what's going to happen. I'm telling you, I see your energy completely different here. Part of that firefly is now you feel magical. You feel this soul spark. Something is happening with you. Something is happening where you feel creative. Maybe you're around someone exceptional. You have chemistry with someone and you feel like you want to be pretty. Okay, with this whole makeover. But I definitely see in your reading that there is some things happening, with you in the future that's causing you to feel very excited within. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to get anchor. We're going to see what's going to come out here for you, Taurus. We're going to get anchor. Let's see what comes out. That's crazy. That's exactly how it felt. It's only one. I wouldn't have taken it if it was more. Isn't that the Four of Wands? Four of Wands talks about stability. So here it is again, saying that there's about to be stable ground, specifically in the area of your home, your debts. We talked about this before. If you owe some money, you're about to get some money. I don't know where this is going to come from. This can come from family, because remember the fourth house deals with family. Can come through family. Okay, can come through the mother. There's been inheritance here in some kind of way. Now, of course, we know we don't want to say inheritance because we know what that means, right? But there is some money coming in here. This is money coming in here with someone who was unjustly murdered, unjustly taken advantage of in some way. There was something totally unjust, and you're about to get paid for it. Okay? You're going to get paid for this, for something that was unjust that happened to you or a family member, by the way. But even outside of that, there is definitely going to be stability in the area of emotions. So money and feelings, you're stabling out. It is definitely going to change. A lot of you guys are going to find a nice place to live. The Four of Wands talks about your home. You're like, yes, okay, good. I'm going to actually be moving. I feel comfortable in my place. I feel comfortable in my home. Maybe it's not even you moving. This could be, we already saw makeover. This could be, remodeling. You're getting new furniture. The atmosphere in your home is changing. Maybe this is what the spirit is trying to say. The universal spirit is trying to tell you. Maybe you should declutter. Maybe you should change up your home. Okay. Maybe you should, but I do see something with your home where you feel more comfortable inside of where you live. There's a change. There's going to be a change in your home. Someone coming in, someone born, someone leaving out, maybe graduating, someone leaving in some way. But I'm telling you, it is. I just described the other few instances that it could be with home, but you're going to experience that. You have the Knight of Wands. A lot of you are going to be getting some type of money that is going to, when I tell you, it's big money too. It's big money. Is it child support? Is it spousal support? Is it money that you're getting off of some type of career venture? Oh, I'm going to start my business. And it's going to be very lucrative. Because the King of Wands talks about taking action. You guys have been maybe pondering on this for a while. You take action and boom, baby. Money is falling from the sky. Because remember, you see that stable energy. We saw it solid. So this is just not me saying it, but it has to be in harmony with the tarot as well. So it's telling me, yeah, oh no, this is money, honey. Okay. A lot of you are entrepreneurs. You have a side hustle. A lot of you guys are hustlers. I like that. Now you guys have the Knight of Wands in the middle, sitting right on top of what? Squirrel. Secrets. Now this can fall with anybody, whether it's you or someone you've been dealing with. Someone has secrets. Remember we said that it has something to do with what someone is saying or what someone isn't saying. That's what we said. Especially if it's a person that's been coming in and out of your house. Someone you've been giving your body to. You already have suspicion of this person anyway. You can't say that you don't, because I see it and you do, especially if you're dealing with someone in particular. It doesn't matter what status you are. It doesn't matter if you're single or married. You've been suspicious about this person that's showing in your reading for a while, but you're still dealing with this individual because you feel like you have this soul to soul connection. There's something about this person that's very sneaky. I don't like it. I don't like the sneaky energy coming off this person. And again, it could be you. There is someone in your reading too who does not open up at all. Maybe you try. Maybe you try to get them to open up, to tell you stories about what, like I was about deep stories. And what happened to you? Did you experience anything when you were younger? They try to change the subject, that type of stuff. I do feel like there's someone who's refusing to go pretty deep when it comes down to their feelings and their emotions. They shut down on you a lot. That could be your child as well. Or your children could be criticizing you and such in doing this. I also feel like as far as business practices, there's going to be someone who owes somebody some money. Now, I don't know if this is a family member that owes you money, but somebody owes somebody some money. And baby, when I tell you now, here we go. Here comes the problem. Somebody owes some money And now here is the way that's, remember I told you, air talks about the way someone communicates. Somebody done said something that was very hurtful and, very, stabbing with words, but it does have something to do with finances. It has something to do with money. Okay. This is for Taurus. The moon. The moon card is really good because you had Firefly that came out. That's what it's sitting on. And the moon talks about things that are hidden from you. And that's not about people outside of you. This is like if you guys are trying to make a move and you can't necessarily make a move, you're going to be taking action because the universe is going to make something very clear here for you with this whole moon card. But it does feel uncertain. There's some uncertainty in your reading because it fell up under future. And the moon card is coming out up under future. Here it says your future is bright, but the moon card says, but how? Why is the future bright? What do you see? Yes. So there's still going to be an element of mystery when it comes down to you specifically with your future. The universe is saying, I want to align things so right for you, right? Just perfectly. I'm going to align it, but I'm not going to let you know everything. I'm not going to let you know every little detail. Okay. But it is going to be something that's going to, light up your life here with that Firefly. Let's get to your money. Again, I love the fact that money looks good. I love it because for some of you, you are, especially if you have children, I used to always remember this going back to school with my grandmother. My grandmother was the one that raised, all of us. And, she best grandma in the world. And, when you're little, you don't really know what struggle is until you get older, until you're consciously aware of what that means. And so she did such a good job. And when I got old enough, I started to see how sometimes she was a little hesitant about buying certain things for us, right? And I would be the one that'd be like, "Oh, that's okay. That's okay. I don't need that. I don't need that." I was that type of kid that made her feel good about not getting it. Okay. A lot of you are carrying that guilt that you're not able to provide the way that you want to. This could be a divine masculine that may feel this way in this reading, who could be watching this. This could be a mother or father, but it could be a mother in that sense, right? Not being able to provide the way that, you need to provide for your children. Okay. And so the only thing that I have to tell you with that, it is almost over. This is not going to be something that you're going to be experiencing for a really long time. I do see the hesitation. I see the burden of you not knowing when money is going to get better, but it will. That's the reason why we started off with the anchor, because that is all things. Anchoring is stability. Okay. Well, if you have no money, that's going to affect your relationships. That's going to affect your emotion. So you're not stable. You get it? One thing affects everything else. So when stability came out, it was specifically saying, yes, whatever it is that you're experiencing, what you don't feel stable in, what you don't feel grounded in, that is what I want to fix for you. Where you live, because where you live right now is going to be different because maybe you don't like your neighbors. Maybe there's too loud. Maybe the wind, the walls are too thin. I want to fix that as well. That's stabling it out for you. One thing cannot happen if the other areas in your life is jacked up. It just doesn't work that way. Okay. So this is why I say you won't be experiencing this forever. Okay. Whatever it is that you feel this heavy weight in. Okay. Let's go ahead. Let's get your last two. I see a child here. Why am I seeing children? Or a child in particular? You got the Page of Pentacles, which is interesting because, could it be a child? Yes. But there's somebody here that's saying that they need attention from mommy. They need attention. Now, I don't know if that's you. I don't know if that's you that feels like, you still need to be nurtured with this moon card in some way by someone in your life. Maybe you're not getting that type of energy from the mother figures in your life, or people who are supposed to be nurturing to you. That could be it. But it can also be like you're so busy, right? You have so much on your plate. There is a child here who isn't telling you that they are feeling a little lost. So if I were you, because you guys already know I'm obsessed with children, right? Go and kiss your babies on the forehead and tell them how much you love them. Okay, please do me that. I just want to say that because I don't know why I just kept having this energy of child there. You have lovers showing up in your reading now. Let's get the last one. Whoo! King of Pentacles, baby. Hello. Hello. Mm-hmm. Baby, when I tell you your money going to be on point, it's not even just about that King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles isn't necessarily the strongest one in the cards. It's nice. But when I tell you it goes in harmony with the rest of the reading with your money, it goes right in harmony with your finances. And we saw with that card with future, it said what? What was the adjective? Big. Okay? Big changes, huge changes, huge abundances that's going to come in here. And it literally was on par with this reading. So I'm not quite sure what you're doing. I don't know how this is going to happen to you specifically. This could come through family inheritances. And you know what? I thought about this. There don't have to be any deaths. You want to know why? When a kid goes to let's just say, I'm just using this as an example. When a kid goes to the league, whether it's football league, whether it's basketball, right? You've been poor your whole life. And your child is now a multimillionaire. And guess what? I'm buying my mom a house. I'm going to give my mother, because she took care of me, I'm going to spoil my mom. And now all of a sudden, you have inherited the riches from a family member. That's just only an example. This is the reason why I say it is very prosperous energy here for you. Okay? And it could come through family because fourth house is the thing that landed on that. Relatives, family in some way. And it could come from a mother. Remember, I said it can come from a mother. But it could be to a mother. It could be given to a father. Okay? It is a benefactor here. Someone you are benefiting from. There is someone in your reading as far as a lover. Let's get to that. Gemini is showing up in your reading. Virgo, another Taurus or Capricorn is showing up in your reading. Leo is showing up in your reading. Sagittarius is showing up in the reading. There is and Pisces is showing up. Someone who is very stable and very loyal and very attentive. Oh yeah, I said that. Very attentive. So you're not going to be feeling neglected by this person. Remember, it says a solid connection, and it came out describing the person. This person is very remember when I told you I kept feeling this energy where you're like, oh, you just feel like you want to just dress up. You just feel now you're like, you got this new perspective of life. You feel good when you wake up out of bed. We saw that, right? Because I already told you something here with that whole spark in your soul. I already knew. Because I literally said what? Someone exceptional is in your life. And it's going to change your life. And it's saying that's your future. That's what you have to look forward to right there. Okay. Now, let me go ahead. Let me describe this person a little bit. Let's see what comes out here for Taurus. This person could be a mechanic or an engineer. A mechanic or engineer specifically. Okay. Or they're very good with their hands. It's something that they do with their hands. Not really sure. Okay. Now, some of you guys may have experienced family members that have gotten deported, okay? This is also letting me know that for some of you, you are also dealing with a past person who keep coming in and out of your life. Listen to what I'm trying to tell you. It is saying they must fix their own problems here, okay? Some of you guys stop talking to someone because of their political views. I also feel like here someone around you, whether it's you or someone around you, may not have had a place to stay or live. That could be something, because remember, I keep seeing that it has something to do with home, your home. You could also be dealing with someone who is who deals with illegal activities. Okay. Some of you guys are definitely going to be getting money from a divorce. This is Taurus. Now you guys are arguing who's going to keep the dog. It's saying that whoever's in your energy, they are unchanged. Nothing is going to change. There is someone in your reading, though, especially if we're dealing with if you're dealing with like a lover or someone romantically, they have a real bad habit of telling you what they did in the past. You know exactly what happened, but they change it. They start altering it. You be like, you did this and this and this and this. And the person is like, no, I didn't do that. You're like, yeah, you did. And this person is swearing up and down that they did not do it. They're like altering the past. And this does have something to do with them not being able to take accountability for their actions. Okay, now that could be anybody. But someone here is doing that because they are swearing up and down that they didn't do what you have on tape. I'm just going to use this as an example. You literally have them recorded saying something. And they're like, no, I didn't. This is partially the reason why some of you guys are going to end up cutting ties with someone, because they're always lying. You know, this is something that they do. They always give you that high and low. They give you the high feeling, but at the same time, the low feeling is the fact that they are a liar. You could actually deal with someone who has mental instability. This is in reverse, so you are definitely not investing in someone. I also feel that someone is trying to control you, or they've been in control of a situation. Some of you guys are definitely dealing with a divine feminine. Don't know who this is. Could be sister, family member in some way that is very demanding on your time and your energy and your resources. Someone who is very demanding of your time and resources. I also see here that someone has made horrible decisions with this scissors, with the 2 here. They made horrible decisions and now they're regretting it. Okay. Last one. Again, I keep seeing that some of you guys may be dealing with someone that could have a record. Okay. Just based on these cards here, because I keep seeing something dealing with illegal activity. All right. Someone is very triggered by words here, because remember, we kept seeing air, which has something to do with the way someone talked to you or their speech or something like that. There could be a little violence in this reading. I didn't see it as much, but it could be from what I'm seeing here. Now, I'm going to go ahead and leave you off with one card. That's the Manifestation Oracle. I shouldn't do this because technically I want to be doing your reading in the morning. And your morning readings are a little bit different from the afternoon, but I'm going to do it because this was the way I did it this morning. This is for Taurus. Choices and decisions. Be true to yourself. Do not be making decisions based on what you think somebody else is wanting you to do. A lot of y'all got masks on. Whether it's in a relationship, you being phony. You being a little phony. You ain't being your true self. You ain't telling somebody what it really is. Okay? Now, some of you may have to do this on purpose if you're trying to actually leave up out of somebody's house, or if you're trying to if you're strategizing. You're like, listen, I can't let them know what I'm thinking. I can't let them know how I'm feeling. Okay, I get it, right? Especially if you are strategically trying to move away from somebody. Because we saw the whole broom earlier. But here with choices and decisions, it says the choices that you make today is definitely going to define your what? Your tomorrow, which is your future. So this is letting me know that there's going to be a decision that you're going to have to make in the future. That is literally, that's where you're going, babe. This is it. It says, do not be shrouded in your mind with the fog of uncertainty. This is what we saw with the moon card. What did I say? Your future is bright, but it is what? Unclear with the moon. We already went through this. Here it says, be assured, though, that your future is bright and divinely shaped. Please, okay? Like I said before, this is going to be different for everybody. Some of this stuff is going to spring up on y'all asses. You have no idea what I'm talking about. You have no idea, especially when we're talking about decision and choices. You may have a little hint of what I'm saying, but you got more than one here in this reading. You do know that, right? I see at least three. One that is really major, the other one that's pretty major, and the other one that's like, okay, you have a choice or decision. All right. But this is what I have for you here, Taurus. Thank you guys so much for coming back to my channel. And again, if you guys are new, please like and subscribe, hit that notification bell. If you are interested in a personal reading, all that information is down below in the description box. You have another video that's coming out tonight. Make sure you guys look for that a little bit around 9 o'clock my time. All right. I love you guys. See you later. Bye.